All right, Genesis chapter 37. Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, the land Cinnamon. There are the family record of Jacob. At 17 years of age, Joseph trimmed sheep with his brothers. The young man was working with the sons of Baram and Zar, his father's wives, and he brought a bad report about them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than his other sons because Joseph was a son born to him in his old age, and made a robe of many colors for him. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, had hated him, that could not bring themselves to speak peacefully to him. Then Joseph had a dream. When he told it to his brothers, they had hated him even more. He said to them, "Listen, do not dwell. Dream I had there. We were hiding slaves and grain in the field. Suddenly my shelves stood up, and your slaves gathered around it and burrowed down to my shelf. Are you really going to rely over us?" His brother asked him. "Are you really going to rule over us?" So that they hated him even more because his dream and what he had said. Then he had another dream, and they told it to his brother. "Look," he said, "I had another dream, and this time the sun, moon, and 11 stars were bowling down to me." He told his father and brother, but his father rebuked him. "What kind of dream is that you have bad?" He said, "Are your mother and brother and I going to bow down to the ground before you?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. His brothers had gone to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Your father, are pasturing the flock at Shechem. Get ready, I am sending you to them." "I am ready," Joseph replied. Then the Israel said to him, "Go and see how your brother and flocks are doing, and bowing word back to me." So he sent him from the valley horizon, and there wandering in the field, and asked him, "What are you looking for?" "I am looking for my brothers." Joseph said, "Can you tell me where they are pasturing their flock?" They moved on from here. The man said, "I heard them say, 'Let the Dorna.'" So Joseph set out after his brother and found them at Dothan. They saw him in the distance before he had reached them. They plotted to kill him. They said to one another, "Here comes that dreamer. Come on, let's kill him and throw him into one of their pits. We can say that a victor animal ate him. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams." When Reuben heard this, he tried to save him from them. He said, "Let them not take his life." And Reuben said to them, "Don't shed blood. Throw him into the pit and in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him." Entreating to rescue him from their hands and return him to his father. When Joseph came to his brother, they stopped off his robe, the robe of many colors. Then he had on. Then they took him and threw him into the pit. The pit was empty. There was no water in it. Then they sat down to eat meal. They looked up, and there were a Cabron Israel coming from Galilee. Their camels were carrying ostamate, gum, balsam, and rosin, going down to Egypt. Then Jedediah said to his brother, "What do we gain if we kill our brother and cover up his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites and not lay a hand on him, for he is our brother, our own flesh." His brothers agreed. When Midian trade passed by, they pulled Joseph out of the pit and sold him for 20 pieces of silver. Of the Ishmaelites who took Joseph to Egypt. When Reuben returned to the pit and saw that Joseph was not there, he tore his clothes. He went back to his brother, said, "The boy is gone. What am I going to do?" So they took Joseph's robe and slender a young goat and dropped the robe in his blood. They sent the robe of many colors to their father and said, "We found this extreme. It is your son's robe or not?" His father recognized it. "It is my son's robe," he said. "A victorious animal has destroyed him. Joseph has been torn to pieces." Then Jacob tore his clothes, put silkskin around his wrist, and mourned his son so many days. All his sons and daughters tried to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. "No," he said, "I will go down to Sheol to my son mourning." And his father wept for him. Meanwhile, the Mandarin said, "Joseph in Egypt of Potiphar, an offer of Pharaoh and the captain of the guard.